Hey folks, welcome back here to the Vegas Don Channel. We're here off of Charleston Boulevard, heading westbound towards the downtown area from Hollywood Boulevard, right behind us. Very windy day here. You can see the trees off to the sides are bending and flexing, as the kids like to say nowadays. This is Sunrise Casablanca right up here on the right. This is a 24-hour gaming and bar establishment. Kitchen now open, the sign says there. A lot of these little bars like this, little neighborhood bars, they just do because they pretty much are just the table game. I'm sorry, correction. This like the bar games, the video poker, that sort of thing. Not poker or blackjack or anything like that. Those you'll only find at the big casinos. But a lot of these little neighborhood bars only have the video poker at each spot on the bar, and so they will oftentimes not have any food in there, or if they do have food, you'll have to order it separately from the establishment next door, let's say. And they do a lot of that with the ordering from the business next door sort of thing. So you end up having two bills to pay, your bar tab and your food tab. That's not always the case. It's like Timbers, for instance, has a kitchen inside. At least it did last time I was in there. And I think PT's also has a kitchen inside with it. You know, it's under its own operation. But some of these little neighborhood bars, you just have to be careful. If you're hungry and you want to go in there and maybe grab some bar food, then just be aware of that. Especially if they tell you, oh, you got to go next door for that. Or even if you want to go into a place to get something to eat, and then maybe you want to have a beer with your meal, they'll tell you got to go next door to go grab that. And that happens quite a bit too. I know the putters in town used to be like that. I'm not sure if they're still like that, and I don't know how many of the putters there still are around there. I haven't seen that many of them around. But traffic backed up here at Nellis Boulevard. Backed up a pretty good ways here at Nellis. Go ahead and get over in this lane. There is a Target shopping center over here on the left, along with a Kohl's and Sephora inside, and then something called Scrubs and Beyond. Then you have a Bourbon Street Sports Bar, which is another one of those sports bar gaming halls type of things that you can go into. I have not eaten there. I'm assuming it's all under one roof, the games and the kitchen, because they're pretty decent sized standalone building, most of them. There was one that took over the spot called Sauce down there off of by Galleria Mall, off of Mall Ring Drive. And Sauce was a really, really good restaurant. I was sad to see that go. Italian food, pizza, stuff like that. Look at this fence in the middle here. They put this up to keep pedestrians from jumping across traffic and playing Frogger over here. But it's white in color, and what do you know? White does not do well near roadways due to all of the dirt and filth that gets kicked up from the roadway. And so over time, it starts to look not so pretty. And that's what we're seeing here. A lot of grimy grease looking on it. Grit and grime. They have the same design down on the strip to keep pedestrians from playing Frogger, but the ones down on the strip are green, so they don't show the dirt. They're like a dark forest green. So those do not show the dirt the way these guys do over here. Over here on the right, we've got Fitness Factory, Eleganza Banquet Hall. We also have an indoor flea market, Charleston Indoor Swap Meet, it's called over here. Coming up, there's a Raising Cane's there, which is unusual in that there's another one right around the corner there on Nellis. I guess they are really expanding their footprint here in Vegas. It's quite unusual to see anyone expand a footprint corporate-wise here on the east side of town, especially considering there's only an Olive Garden and Applebee's over here on this side of town for your sit-down options. Otherwise, there's not a whole lot of sit-down dining options here on this side of town where there aren't gaming institutions involved, like the Timbers or the PTs, etc., that they have around here. And the thing about those is that they tend to include smoking. They tend to allow smoking because the gamblers like to smoke, typically. So those two tend to go hand in hand. We'll pause it for a moment. At the green turn signal here at Lamb. This is a major choke point, this whole area in here, because of the way the highway curves right after it hits Charleston here. It curves to the west from a north-south orientation and then runs east-west across town. And it's a huge problem because a lot of folks have to get off in order to continue going either northbound or northeast over here. So that's tends to be problematic for a lot of folks. That creates a lot of traffic over here on Charleston at Nellis and at Lamb as well. Yeah, look at this. Oh my goodness, I thought he was going to pull right out in front of us. Golden Corral there, buffet and grill, one of the few remaining, or I should say few remaining buffets here in town. So we continue southbound here on Lamb Boulevard. This is going to bring us up here to Wyoming. We'll make a right here onto Wyoming for our friends following along at home on your preferred map app. GLK class Benz right there, the little SUV. So we've been up and down Wyoming a few times, typically seeing vendors out here selling power tools and all sorts of different stuff. Ladders, children, like baby toys and baby type of carriages and stuff like that. All of this out here on the embankment here of the Interstate 11/US 95 here. We'll see if they're out today. I saw code enforcement over there once, and then code enforcement left. And everyone that was still selling out here on the corners remained, so doesn't appear that a whole lot of codes were enforced on that particular visit. But we'll make a left here onto Sand Hill, see what we can see. Yeah, these swales are usually filled up. Must be the wind keeping people away or something. There's a couple of vehicles over here on the left. Cocoa Frescos and pineapples out there. That's it for right now. But I in the previous videos you could see here on the channel, I often ask and wonder, where do those power tools and those ladders and all of that merchandise come from? How did you come to acquire it? Those are always good questions, I think, because I mean I have been the victim of theft many times myself in my life, and it's not a good feeling. So we're going to go through the light here at Sahara, and over here on the left is another encampment right here off the side of the Interstate 11/US 95, and a pretty good sized one too. They've got some makeshift tents along with regular tents out here, and all sorts of camping gear. I would imagine it'd be pretty noisy over there with the interstate right there next to them. I certainly wouldn't want any cars to come flying off that embankment. That would not be a happy ending for anyone. I'm gonna make this left here onto Stratford. If you're new to the channel, please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. It really helps recommend us to other viewers. And it absolutely helps recommend us to the almighty algorithm. The almighty algorithm is what really carries away your voice to other folks. So please help us out there. Also check out our merch available. We have some awesome merch on our channel. Maybe something for yourself or your significant other. This is a fuel distribution facility over here on the left, made up of all these different shipping containers. Someone really saved $1 or $2 on constructing that building, if you want to call it that. And we're going to come up here to this stop sign at Park Street. And here we go. Here's some more. In fact, it looks more busy than it did last time we were out here. A couple of dogs out here. And again, this is on Park Street, right here off of your major cross streets are going to be Boulder and Sahara. That Chevy, looks like a Chevy, has the entire front end gone. An old Suburban there. And here we are now on McCloreen Avenue. More campers out here. And I'm not sure if this is in the city limits of Las Vegas or not. It might not be. I think it might actually be in Clark County, unincorporated Clark County, but either way, neither entity is out here doing much about it. And in my humble opinion, the government should be doing more to help these folks. They could spend money on police protection for all of the casinos, as we've seen, especially down on Fremont Street. There is a heavy police presence down there protecting the casinos. And you come over here, and how much money is being spent over here? You got some auto shops over here on the left as well. We're going to make a left here onto Park Street once more, head back down this way. But yeah, this is very dystopian indeed in here. It's almost Mad Maxian. I don't want to try and point the camera as I'm driving by, because that tends to raise the ire of folks. Looks like someone's got a makeshift AC over there underneath a Hello Kitty blanket. And you can see the wash here. They've broken through the wash. So they walk down there. Welcome to fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. And as always, friends, please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. And now always remember that here on the Vegas Don channel, it is the journey, where what happens in Vegas stays here on the Vegas Don channel on YouTube. We'll see you next time, folks. Thank you so much for being here.